Now, may I bring up another point? And Pat, why don't you write this one up on the board, number 3?
Right. Okay.
You write this one up on the board. When the government shuts down today, it will only shut down non-essential personnel. So could you just write down number 3 should be, why not fire everyone non-essential?
So you're thinking by the fact that they're indicating they are not essential, they should not hold positions in the first place.
Well, I'm thinking that since we have a debt of $17 trillion, why not fire everybody that is non-essential?
Because the word essential means needed.
Exactly right.
So non-needed employees are...
Here in New York, everybody's talking about, don't worry. Now, in Texas, nobody's saying a word about this. Texas is one of the states that is so self-reliant, it's barely going to affect Texas. But states like New York, they're going to panic tomorrow. So they're saying that, don't worry, here in New York, only non-essential government offices are going to be closed and not working. Well, I think that's I think this is how we know how to cut the budget.
Yeah, and doesn't it turn out that essentially what's shut down are national parks? And really,
don't
that's
scare
about
people
it.
like that. Don't scare people like that.
I'm sorry. You may not be able to go to Yellowstone tomorrow.
No, don't say it like that way. So, Pat.
Yeah.
I hear that Yellowstone Park isn't feeling well.
That's true, Glenn. It does have a serious cold.
It has a cold.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it should stay inside for a while.
It's going to. It might.
I've just gotten word it's going to. It's going to stay home for a while. I just got word. Yellowstone is very sick and ill. And maybe in intensive care.
Mm-hmm. How else could you break to the American people that they may not be able to walk into certain specific fields for the next several days?
I don't know. I mean, I hope that some of the essential personnel are those people that will gouge your eyes out if you try to look up and look at Mount Rushmore.
Yes, 'cause I'm sorry, it's closed. You can't look at it.
You can't look at it. And one of the essential personnel, this guy over here, is going to stick his thumbs in your eyes and push.
So they have the people who are assaulting you are essential, but the people working at the parks typically are non-essential.
I mean, you shan't look at Mount Rushmore if the government is shut down.
Now, Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, all of those payments do go out, right? Isn't that that's a fact?
Military continues to function.
All of these things actually happen.
You know who I'd like to see not function?
Congress. Would be great. Just shut them down.
Shut them down.
Unfortunately, they think of themselves as essential, so they will continue to go.
Yes, they do.
It's weird because the founders didn't see it that way. The founders saw the Congress exactly the way Texas still sees their House and Senate, and it operates every other year for 3 months. And if there's anybody within the sound of my voice that thinks that your life wouldn't be 100% better with Congress only in session every other year for 3 months, you're crazy. Think about how much better things would be in our country if Congress only met that amount of time. They wouldn't have time to pass. You could do all the crappy stuff you wanted in your own state. I mean, Massachusetts, you could meet 24 hours a day. You should elect 2 houses and Senate. So when one house is really tired and has to go home at night, you've got another one that can just continue working through the night. But the rest of us would have, every other year for 3 months. And that would be great. And
somehow.
We get everything done. Somehow we make it.
We make it. We have roads. We have schools. Our government is actually in the black. We've got a rainy day fund of, last I heard, $10 billion
because they don't have time to do anything. They don't have time to spend the people's money. They don't have time sitting around listening to all of these people who have special projects and special needs.
And not only is it with a legislature meeting every other year, it's with no state income tax at all. 0. So how is it that states like California and New York, with excessive state income taxes, with legislatures that meet all the time, can't make it?
Okay, we're going to